Okay, looks like we're live. Welcome to the second ever Patriot Football League Championship game. This will wrap up season number 2 of the Patriot Football League. We have been using pen and paper, John M. Stater's pen and paper football. This is how we created the teams. I added a bunch of advanced rules, and we have played 2 seasons using this. And today, for the first time, we are transitioning all the teams that we've created from this to launch the future of the Patriot Football League from John M. Stater's game to the game I wrote in 1997, Flash Football. All the participant owners, Bill Mazon and Del Branham, agreed. Actually, I asked all the owners to give me a yay or nay vote. Do you guys want to transition to something more or to my game or another game? And they all agreed yes. So we did. And so I spent time over the last few days translating all of their ratings from that and their rosters and creating the ratings they need for this version of football. And we're going to launch into Flash Football with the biggest game of the year. So anyway, without further ado, let's talk a little bit about this. I think you can see that okay. I went out today and had the original charts done. These are the same charts, but in the original book, they were 1 page in the booklet, a spiral pound rule book with a spiral pound. So you would have the charts on one side and you had your field on the other in the spiral bound. So you could open up your rule book and you had your charts on 1 page and your field on the other. And so I printed those out today. So anyway. Okay, so first, let's talk about this. We have Del Branham. He is the owner of the Columbia Coolers. They have gone undefeated, 11-0. They stand on the precipice of achieving 2 things today, going unblemished and winning the title. They face, though, the Miners, the San Francisco Miners, owned by Bill Mason. And this team is the champion, current defending champion. They defeated my team in the very first bowl, 17-0. They have managed to navigate their way through a very tough season, and they find themselves back in the championship game with a chance to prove that they were not a fluke, that this team is not only a champ, but they are the champ. This is the kind of thing that happens. This happens again in 5 years, or happens 2 more times in 5 years. We'll end up calling this the Bill Mason Trophy and the Xavier Johnson Cup or something, right? This is what happens when teams win titles early, dominate early. They end up being the trophies end up named after these guys. So this is kind of cool. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the changes. Again, the rosters are their ratings rated out on offense well. My game has an economic system with a salary cap. Defense is based on based on team ratings, not individual ratings. However, we will keep these guys for those individual ratings. What's the big one? Oh, my game has an intangibles rating, which is a coach rating. This is the head coach. Quarterbacks don't have ratings. Quarterbacks have basically, in my game, you're meant to be the quarterback driving the team. So we are using what are called quarterback IQ or quarterback rating charts. This is the quarterback's ratings. This is the quarterback's logic. This is how the QB will call plays. And every quarterback in our league, I have made one of these based on their style from what's happened in our history randomly. So many are left blank that the coach can influence. So Del Branham sent me this morning. So this is Romeo Wilkinson's quarterback ratings, quarterback smarts, IQ, whatever. Meanwhile, some are blank, and Del's able to, with his coach or himself, he can write in what he wants that quarterback to do in these situations. The others are out of his hands. This is what this quarterback will call in these situations, and every quarterback will be different. So we're using quarterback play calling logic charts for the first time ever. Del did his homework. Bill, unfortunately, I was at work. He wrote and said, do I need to get it in today? And I wrote a little while ago and said, yes, please. But I don't think he's going to have a chance to get it in before this starts. Unfortunately, he is not. And I'll explain how the rules work if you can't do that. But Dell also has, if behind by 7 in the fourth quarter, always go for the end zone on 4th and goal. Use all timeouts to get to the end zone when applicable, even before the half. So I love this. Dell's coach. This is Jonas Elias. Imagine whispering this in the ear of Romeo Wilkinson in the locker room before the biggest game of the season. Fantastic. So this is how we call plays for Dell, right? This is basically Dell's artificial intelligence, so to speak, right? Okay, on the other side, we have the San Francisco Miners, of course, again, Xavier Johnston. And what we do if you don't get a chance to fill in the blanks is I take them from your coach. So originally, these charts were the coaching tree. I've since decided to turn them into quarterbacks. So every new quarterback that enters the game will have his own, right? But coaches have to announce what kind of coach they are. Well, San Francisco, Xavier Johnson is a balanced coach. So we're using the traditional balanced offense game plan that was with my original game. And what I do is I'm just going to sub in here what it would have been. Outside run, right? So we're not without an answer to these questions based on his coach, right? By the way, if he gets hurt or if Bill wanted to bench this player, all backup quarterbacks use the coach's sheet. Right, so if he gets hurt, this goes out the window, and the backup quarterback uses the coach, right? Okay, here we go. 3rd and 4 or less. So sorry about this pregame, but I kind of want this to be an opportunity to share the game, share the changes in the league, what we're trying to do. We have an expansion team. We have 2 new owners in the league this year. Kevin Elias is joining us as owner of the Portland Grizzlies. I believe he'll probably move that team to a new city, new mascot. And Jeff is the expansion Calgary Stampede. So that's sweet. We're going to have 9 owners now, all human-owned teams, no dead teams, or no teams that are looking for an owner. All right, 2nd and 6, timing pass. All right, 2nd and progression pass. All right, so these are play styles from the deck. 2nd and 6, timing again, and prog again. Okay, so pretty standard here. He's going to be using what the coach demands on these. Progression pass. 3rd and 5 is timing / outside run. We'll be underway here in a minute. Hopefully everything's working okay. I can't tell. 2nd and 6, timing, and progression and timing. So this is Jack Grant, quarterback of San Francisco. Oh, I missed one up here. 3rd and 4. Progression or outside run. Okay. Make sure I don't miss any. Right in the middle of the game. That would be fun to look this up. Okay, 1st and 10. Inside run if he's ahead by 7. And timing pass. So think of these as artificial intelligence or logic trees, logic charts. This becomes how our owners get to participate as coaches / without having to actually play the games. I then run the games. I use their logic trees. But again, we've also tied it to their quarterback. So this gives their quarterback extremely interesting value because some of these charts are going to be riskier than others. Some of them are going to fit a coach's attitude more, an owner's attitude more than others. And today will be the first time we find out really how Romeo Wilkinson and Jack Grant play football without random dice, etc. So let's talk about these teams. Okay, first off, the key matchups. This is a rich rivalry. San Francisco defeated the Coolers in overtime in the playoffs last season in a brilliant game in which the Coolers were getting destroyed. They came back in the second half and put it in overtime. And the San Francisco team had a great drive in overtime to beat them. So these 2 teams really don't like each other. The Coolers defeated them just 2 weeks ago, 23-9 in the regular season. The Coolers made a trade on the eve of the playoffs. They traded their star quarterback, one of their star receivers, and $1 million in cash to my team for Romeo Wilkinson. So that was done literally right before the playoffs started. It was a gamble. The Coolers made a big gamble changing all those things up, but it's played off. They're in the championship game. The Coolers scored 23 points per game and gave up just 10 points per game. So they're at a plus. They have a point differential of plus 13 against every opponent is what it's amounted to. The Miners score 13 points a game, and they give up 13 points a game. So it was a tough season for the defending champs. They have the best defense in football on paper, and their offense, unfortunately, dipped a little bit this year. The Coolers are 11-0, and San Francisco, defending champs, are 7-4. The key players for the Coolers are Romeo Wilkinson, the quarterback, Kendall Barnes. Let's talk a little bit about these guys. Romeo Wilkinson was taken by me number 3 overall, or number 3 overall. Romeo Wilkinson was my first-round draft pick. He is 6 foot, 210 pounds, from Virginia Tech University. He was a junior coming out of college. He's been in the league now 2 years. Jack Grant, starting quarterback for the Miners, was a gamble selection by San Francisco. There was no rating. They gambled on this kid. 6'2", 219 pounds, out of Oklahoma, junior, and he is already a champion in this league. Runningbacks, the very first selection. The Coolers are here partially because they had the #1 draft pick in our dispersal draft to start the career in the Patriot Football League. And he took the highest rated offensive player pretty much in the game, Kendall Barnes, running back, 5'11", 221 from Washington State University, also a junior. But San Francisco, pretty phenomenal. San Francisco features, where is San Fran? They feature the other two best backs, Jordy Judkins, 6'1", 209 from Kansas State. He was a senior. But they picked up Quentin King when the Tulsa Riders folded last year and became a free agent. Bill swept in to make sure he had depth at these positions, and he snatched this kid, Quentin King, off the waiver wire, and he ends up with the best backfield tandem in the game. Quentin King is 6 foot, 211, Texas junior, right? So those are our backs starting in this game. Next, we'll move on to receivers. So we got our quarterbacks and our backs. The receivers, this is Gordy Smith was the #1 rated offensive guy next to Barnes. Gordy Smith ended up traded to me from the Coolers. But we now have Dennis Mcarthur for San Francisco, their top wide receiver. He is a 6'2", 211 kid from California, senior. Again, these guys are all 2-year vets now. They were rookies, 2 years ago. And of course, the Coolers feature the most dangerous receiver. He was one of the lowest rated receivers. He was taken way late in the draft, but his name is Enrique Gomez, 6'1", 200-pound UCLA junior wide receiver. And he and Nick Jackson have combined for more touchdown passes in the league's history. Unfortunately, Nick Jackson was traded away. He's now trying to work with this new kid, Romeo Wilkinson. Defensive lineman, the Coolers have Shane Bennett, a 6'2", 289-pound kid from Miami, also a junior. He's a defensive lineman. He's been playing end in the Coolers defense for years. He's led their team in sacks both seasons. And San Francisco gambled again. So San Francisco gambled on 3 picks in this draft. 2 of them turned out to be stars, and Jack Grant has become a star by his play, not by his rating. But they took Eric Washington, a utter gamble, 6'3", 311-pound Mississippi DL, who plays their end position in a 4-3, and again, tied with Bennett for sack lead over the last 2 years. So these 2 guys are the 2 best defensive ends in football. Henry Weber, a middle linebacker for the Coolers, was taken. He was the top linebacker taken, and the Coolers snatched Henry Weber. He is a 6'2", 247 kid from Arkansas, senior. And he has been the heart and soul of the center of the Coolers linebacking core, backing up that strong front four. And Werner de Grayberg, 6'2", 267-pound kid from Illinois, junior, is the weak side linebacker in this team. This team tends to go from a 3-4 to a 4-3, but mostly runs a 4-3. And he ends up playing strong side when they go to that 4-3. But Werner de Grayberg is their linebacker. And last but not least, defensive backs, and this is where the stars reign. The stars that seem to make an impact are Richie Weatherbone, who led the league last year in interceptions. And in the last 2 games, Richie Weatherbone has had 4 turnovers. He has quite literally been the heart and soul of the Coolers. Although the Coolers might have gotten bored, they might have been lazy. This Weatherbone kid fought through all of that and kept their defense on top. Richie Weatherbone, the captain of the Cooler defense, 5'10", 187 pounds, Oregon State senior. And finally, last but not least, the third gamble that San Fran took in the gas. When I say by gamble is they didn't know the ratings. When they took these guys, they could have been bad or they could have been good. Yari Amari went a number, I can't remember exactly when he went in the draft, but 6 foot, 199 kid from Arkansas Junior. Turned out to be the other +4 defensive lineman. San Fran gambled on Washington and Mari and got both number +4 defensive players, which were, by the way, created randomly when I created the draft prospects. And there are our key players, heights, weights, the school they played for, all of them second-year vets now. And, of course, San Francisco, all of them already champions. They're looking to get 2 rings in their second year. The Coolers are trying to get their first ring, and they are on an undefeated run. All right, so we got Jack Grant here, and we got the Miners here. The other thing that Mr. Dale Branham, of the owner of the Soda City Tortilla Company and owner of the Columbia Coolers, wanted to make clear to his team in the locker room before the game, he issued a press release on the eve of the Super Bowl, announcing that they are dedicating the entire season, this entire undefeated season, to Megan and Ivan. And all of our thoughts and prayers are with Megan and Ivan. And Dell wanted to make it clear this team was dedicating this undefeated year to them. And with that being said, we are I think are finally ready to play. For those of you going, yeah, get on with it already. Okay, I have a feeling that's Dell. Get on with it. I want to see it. Okay. So we're gonna check the weather, right? Oh, that's right. Well, we'll have to check the weather first. Let's shuffle the deck. Flash football. For those of you who don't know, this is a game I created in '97. And it was available from 2001 to 2003. I had lost it and hadn't seen it in about 16 years, hadn't played it in 16 years, and it's all come back to me thanks to Kevin Elias having archived it, saved it, and by accident, sheer accident, found me on Facebook. Was able to send me the archives, and I've been able to share these free, by the way, on the Facebook page. I'm giving away this game in a PDF package, utterly free. All you got to do is print it out, and cut the cards, and you could be playing this for what it's worth. Okay, we're also taking out that extra 6 cards, right? We're going to play 60 play quarters, or 60 play games, 120 play games, 60 play halves. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. These cards go on the top over here. The weather is the weather is 6. We're in Vegas, by the way, but we are not outside. Weather's good. I mean, we are outside. Weather's good, so that's good. So halfback for the Columbia Coolers, who I've already talked about, is Kendall Barnes. He's a +3. Fullback is +1. That is Jacob Babb. Split in Enrique Gomez. He's been left alone. He had a brilliant first season. He led the league with 10 touchdown receptions. He had to split time this year, most of the year, with Gordy Smith. They have Archie Jones +0. They have their tight end Besky +0. They have their bench is zeros, right? So 0 and 0 for their bench players. Their punter, 39, average. Their place kicker, 36. Their kick returner, 19. And their punt returner, 7. These are randomly determined by my career charts for Flash Football. And so everybody's right now has these numbers. These numbers will change in what's in the training camp off season. So, okay. The interception return is 10. So you're going to see that they share very similar special teams numbers because that's how I generated the first set of teams. The ratings are from Pen and Paper. The defense is from their actual production in the first 2 years of Pen and Paper. So their defensive ratings, their coach ratings, are actually based on what they achieved in Pen and Paper, right? Okay. Intangibles, +2. The Columbia Coolers have earned that in their record over 2 years. Their versus run is the best it can be. Actually, it's not quite the best, but it is the best compared to my historical charts, -2. The pass defense is also -2. So these two teams bring the best defenses to the game. San Francisco, Jack Grant quarterback. Love it. Jordy Judkins, +2, halfback. Halfback Quentin King, +1. So you can see how close these teams are right now. They have split end is +0. Flankers +0, but they have a tight end in Billy Stickles. This kid erupted on the scene in the playoffs last year, caught 3 touchdown passes in the playoffs in the championship game. He single-handedly defeated the Coolers on 2 huge plays in the first half of that game. And they have a rookie named Jimmy Gators. He is their +0 back, but +1 wide receiver. Jimmy Gators returned 2 punts and a kick return in pen and paper football this year, so he's a +1 special teamer. He's also rated slightly better because of his rating, 20-8, but he is their punt and kick returner. Their punter is Doug Davis with a 42 average. That's darn good. I drew these with my cards for my tables, and Doug Davis is 38. He's also their place kicker. So Doug Davis does 2 jobs for them. Their interception return also a 10 because that's based on their versus pass, which is -2, and their versus run, which is -2. And, of course, they are champions, so they have a +2 coach right now based on their last year record as champs. Okay, so there it is. There's our teams, and we are about to get underway. We're going to flip the coin. Home team. Now, nobody's at home. There is no home field advantage. The weather's good here in Vegas because this is a neutral site. But the Miners, for uniform purposes and all intents and purposes, the Miners are the home team. If this comes up H, the Miners win the toss, and either team will probably defer here, depending on whose wins. Home wins. So the Miners will defer. The Coolers, knowing that, are going to go ahead and take the kickoff, which means the Miners will get the ball to start the second half. And here we go. I am not going to keep statistics. We're just going to play football. The Miners are kicking off because the Coolers elect to take it. So we're going to see what Romeo Wilkinson is made of right out of the gate. Okay, kickoff, which is a dead ball kick. +2 is 3, 9-yard line. So that, 9-yard line right here. That's very, very good for the Coolers right out of the gate. The Coolers with a 3 +2. By the way, in neutral sites, both teams use visitors column at a neutral site, so you don't get any advantage at all. So the Miners don't get to use, right, that second number. All right, so 3, 4, 5. Where's my charts? All right, 3, 4, 5. The kick return is, sorry, I'm not used to using these separate charts. 4, that's kickoff. Sorry. 3, 4, 5, I said. Okay, special return, no, 5. +4 added to his kick return of 19 out to the 23 from the 9, 32-yard line. Okay, I'll get together here. I'm a little tired. Was up late last night. Okay, so visiting team has the ball. Here we go, everybody. The 2021 Patriot Football League Championship game. Good luck to the undefeated Coolers and to the defending champion San Francisco Miners. I have a feeling this is going to be a brutal and low-scoring contest. Okay, so Romeo Wilkinson comes out, addresses the guys in the huddle. Again, he's in utter control. The coaches are not allowed to call plays or to coach from the side. They can coach from the sideline, but they cannot call plays. They get to talk to those guys between. This is like the old NFL where you could not call the plays. The quarterback was the field general. Romeo Wilkinson is going to do what Romeo Wilkinson does. 1st and 10 or more, they're going to run inside. 2 to the fullback, 2, 3. -2 is 1 yard. Pow, that's what I mean. It's going to be one of those games. Rough pop. But Jack Babb gets the very first carry of the game in history. His name shows up first in the play-by-play. Fantastic. Okay, 2nd and 2 or more, 6 or more is inside run. 3, the big boy Barnes. 6 -2 is 4 yards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It is 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5, he likes to throw. Dell. Now, this is where the coach. So Romeo Wilkinson comes to the huddle and thinks about what coach told him during the week's practices. If you're in these situations, you need to throw those progression passes. And he thinks about it, says, okay, guys, coach said this, let's go. comes out, fires a pass, 3 to the flanker. Flanker is +0, 3, -2, 1 yard pass. Pow. He's missing Gordy Smith now, who is in Little Rock. Holy cow. Romeo throws a quick strike. Unfortunately, the defense, Yari Amari, is all over him, wrestles him down immediately. No, baby. Welcome to the championship. We know what it's like to win. They're going to punt the ball, and the punt is 6. Remember, you use visitor for both teams. 6 + 2 is 8 for the coach's intangibles rating. That is a punt of +12. So their punt is 49, 50, 51. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 51, down to the 11. The return first number is 5. 5 is +4, and 8 is 12-yard return, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I'm going to try to do the rest of this play-by-play without reading you or without doing the math, okay? So hang in there because now I just want to get into football, right? Okay. All right, Jack Grant comes out for San Francisco. Last year, he threw 4 touchdowns in the playoffs, setting himself up as the future star. And this year, he guides the team through troubled waters, through a rough offense, but back to the championship. And he wants to go outside run. Okay, 12. No, -2, 10-yard run for the third back. The third back for them is Joe Barnes. Joe Barnes gets the carry. For some reason, he's in the game. On the first carry, he rumbles for 10, first down. Nice. All right, they're going to go outside run again. Outside run is 0. Halfback +2, so 2 plus -2 is 0. Second down. Second down and 6 or more is inside run for Grant. That is 3, 4, 5. -2 is 3. 1, 2, 3. Third down. I told you this is going to be a brutal game. It's going to be knockdown, drag out. Maybe nobody wants to make mistakes. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 3 or more is progression pass. Here we go. Progression pass. Incomplete. He fires it. It's batted away by Weatherbone. Jumps in front of the tight end. Bats the ball away. The crowd erupts as this game looks like it's going to be like 2 heavyweight boxers finding their range, right? Right now they're jabbing, they're finding their range. They're going to punt. The punt is 8. 8 is +12. Oh, wow. 54 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The return is 3. That's a chance to go the distance. Unbelievable. 3. Yep. So if this is a 1, it's a fumble away, and they lose it. If it's a 6, he goes the distance. First number 6, touchdown. The Coolers get on the board first. Unbelievable. Holy cow. Vince Moody, who hasn't done this but once this year, drops back. He thinks about fair catching it, changes his mind, catches it, plants his feet at the 10, jukes. He's up the sideline. There's nothing they can do. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Touchdown, Coolers. Vince Moody on a 90-yard punt return. Extra point. Can miss on a 1. Nope. PAT by Brown. And the Coolers, this is huge. The Coolers get the first score of the championship game in what I suspect is going to be a defensive game. And if special teams can score, all the easier in a defensive game. Unbelievable. Congratulations, Columbia Coolers. As Moody runs to the back of the end zone and hands the football to the fans in the back of the end zone. Sorry, my mind just went in the back of the end zone and celebrates. And they cut to a shot of Del Branham up in the owner's seats, and he is applauding and cheering, fist pump as big players make big plays in big games. That's been the war cry in the Patriot Football League for 2 years. Nothing changes. We're going to kick it off. The kickoff is, I don't know if anybody's watching this, probably not. Yeah, kickoff is 4. 4. I've got it blocked here. Sorry. So Wilkinson didn't have to do anything on that drive. 4 is 5-yard line, so they fielded at the 5. Now, if they get a 1, they get a chance to return this sucker all the way. Wouldn't that be something? 3, 6. 6 is plus 6. 6 out of the 20, 26 yards. So 10, 25, 6. First down and 10 at the 31. The home team back on the field. A bit stunned. Coach Xavier Johnson, you can hear him now over on the sidelines, rallies up his guys, says, don't worry about it. It's really early in the game. We've been here before. Do your job. Play defense. We'll be okay. Don't worry about this. That's a fluke. That's a fluke. All right. So they are now down by 7+ points. So we shift to the behind by 7+ points for this particular quarterback. Some quarterbacks will have different numbers. This one's 7+ points. So down by 7. Outside run. So he's going from an outside run to an outside run. So he hasn't changed what he likes to do on first down. And he goes 7 yards, 9 yards, -2, 7, 5, 6, 7. Second down and 3. Great call there, Jack Grant. Second and 3 is progression or outside. We're going to go progression pass because that defense is so good. Incomplete. Dang it. Third down. Outside would have been a first down. All right. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 is... Oh, wait a second. No, it was progression pass. I didn't have a choice. See what I mean? Sorry about that. So it was supposed to be progression pass. Now it's progression pass or outside. We will go progression again. 7 to the tight end. Tight end has a +2 rating, -2, so 7 yards first down. 5, 6, 7. Jack Grant, very good. Finding his tight end. It is 7-0. San Fran driving director, own 45, first quarter for those just turning in. This is the Patriot Football Championship of 2021. Stars and Stripes trophy is on the line. Outside run. 2 yards. 1, 2. Pow, pow. They're handing the ball off to Jordy Judkins, and that's a 2-yard tough run against this defense of Bennett, Wilcox, Weber. And so far, Weatherbone has stayed deep. He's not coming up to help with the run stop. He's always out there looking to make interceptions. We are on 2nd and 6 or more as a timing pass. It is sack, injury. We don't know what the injury is yet, but sack. He goes down 2. Fortunately, a 1. So only 2-yard loss. Oh, boom. So Weatherbone rips through. Pow. Makes the sack. And we'll see what the injury is. Unbelievable. We look at the number 1. Remember, everything's visitor when they're in a neutral site. 4 on a neutral site for injury is fullback is done. No injury. No injury. Scared you. It is 3rd down, but they lose 2 on the sack. Wait, they were here. They got how many? 1, 2, and then they lost 2. 1, 2. Sorry, I went the wrong way. 3rd down and 10. 3rd and 10. Unbelievable. 3rd and 10. First half. Progression pass. Oof, I don't know about that call. 6 to the tight end. 6, 7, 8. It's going to be 6 yards, 5, 6. 4th down and 4. And again, field goal punt is the choice. They don't have a choice. They're going to punt. 4 + 2 is 6. 6 on the punt mod is 8. Fair catch. So 50 yards fair catch. 10, 20, 30, 40. That's through the end zone. Yep. Through the end zone. So the Cougars get the ball out of the 20. They are up in the first quarter here, 7-0 on a Vince Moody 90-yard kickoff return, a punt return, punt return, unbelievable. Okay, and now Romeo Wilkinson ahead by 7+, outside run. 0, +3, 1 yard, pow, pow. He fights through this defense, but it's drugged down 1 yard. 2nd down and 6 or more is inside run. Inside run is 3 - 2 is 1 more. Pow, another hard-fought yard. Unbelievable. Not something you really, not some 3rd down. Not something they're going to be able to do easily against these defenses. These 2 defenses are great defenses. Okay, 3rd down and 5, 6, 7, 8. 3rd and 8. Is progression pass. It is incomplete. 4th down. They're going to punt it away. I knew this was going to be brutal. 5, 7, 7 is +10. So 49 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40. 5 and 4 is 9. Whoops. Let's move the right one. 10, 20, 30, 40. 5 and 9 is at the 29. The return is 6. 6 is plus 6. 14 yards. 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Out to the 43 for the San Francisco Miners. Holy cow. So far the Miners defense, Eric Washington, Rick Rohde, Sam Miller, Devin Williams up front, Werner de Grayberg, Phil King, and Gabriel Pine. And in the secondary, Mark Ridlin, Steve Woodson, Yari Amari, Pro Bowler, and Cy Rutherford are getting the job done for San Fran. Here we go. San Fran behind by 7, outside run. Ooh, loss of 2, 1, 2. That is a hard hit by Henry Weber, middle linebacker for the Columbia Coolers. Buries Quentin King for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12. 2nd and 6 or more is a timing pass. Behind by 7 points, timing pass. 17 yards to the wide receiver. Plus 1, 18 minus 2, 16. 5, 10, 15, 16 yards. First down for San Francisco. They're driving, folks. Not a whole lot of time left in the first period, but there's enough. Outside run. It is 2. 1 yard thanks to the defense. Quentin King gets the handoff, gets twisted around and hit. He falls forward, gets a yard, but it is 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 is a timing pass. Jack Grant getting dangerous. 17 yards to the flanker, minus 2, 15, 5, 10, 15. First down, Jack Grant drops, fakes the handoff to Judkins, stands in the pocket, under good protection, fires a strike in the middle of the field to the flanker, who is Don McFarland, who was also their 2nd leading touchdown receiver this year. First down, Jack Grant. He is no stranger to being a champion, as he is indeed already the champion. Here we go, outside run. He's doing a flawless job right now, and he's just added a 15, 18, minus 2, 16-yard rip by Jordy Judkins. 5, 10, 15, 16. Whoops, 16 down to the 11. First down and 10 at the 11. 15-yard pitch out to Judkins. Woo! They are not intimidated by these Cooler defense. They are starting to take it to them. Behind by 7, outside run again. Here it goes. 4. So that'd be 5. That'd be 2 and 3. 2 and 2 is 4 yards. Sorry. Boom. Thanks to the defense. But Judkins still picks up 4. Banging it down to the 7. It is 2nd and they can get a first at the 1. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 is a timing pass. This is incredibly dangerous. Incredibly dangerous. But again, that's all they can do based on the coach's plan. Incomplete. 3rd down. 3rd down. Unbelievable. It is 3rd and 6 for the first, 7 for the touchdown. Or 6 for the first, 7 for the touchdown. 3rd and 5 or more is a progression pass in tight. They need to hit their tight end. Wide receiver, 3, 4, minus 2 is 2, 1, 2, down to the 5. It is 4th and 5. Man, they're going to have to settle for a field goal at the 5-yard line. The Coolers tighten up their defense. Field goal, yep. From here, they need, let us see what the kickoff is. The kick is the one. So if you a 1 is no good. Anything but a 1 is good. 3, it is good. So the San Fran Miners first quarter, it is a Davis 22-yard field goal. Unbelievable. We got 2, 3 cards left in the first. Wow, what a quarter. What a game. I thought this would be tight. Sure enough, that's exactly what it is. 7 on the kickoff is 1 deep. Vince Moody has already returned 1 for a touchdown. We're going to return another one. Here we go. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 is 6 plus 19 is 25. They're 1 deep, so out to the 24-yard line. Not bad, Moody. Didn't rip it off, but he's proving that he's here to win a game. The Coolers have been shut out except for a special team score. San Francisco on a brilliant drive gets down there, but the Cooler defense stiffens up. And the Coolers have got to do something to show they are not they are here. But this is what happens when you dump 2 superstars in a trade and go acquire a quarterback that may or may not understand your system very well. They are ahead by 4. So inside run. It is 4-yard run. So it looks like he picks up 4. Yes, he does, folks, against that San Francisco defense. It is 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 is another inside handoff. This one 4-0. 3rd down. Oof, not good. 3rd down. This will be the last play of the quarter. 3rd down and 6 is progression pass, incomplete. 4th down, they will have to punt. We're going to go ahead and do that before we end the quarter here. Punt is 4. 4 is 3. 3 plus 39 is 42 yards. 10, 20, 30, 41, 2. The return is 4 plus 2, 10 yards. After the 40 to start the 2nd quarter. Holy cow. So the cooler's up thanks to a special teams kick return by Moody, a punt return by Moody, 7-3, and we start the 2nd quarter. Fantastic. Let's shuffle some cards, folks. I do hope this is recording or at least is going on out there. I have no idea if anybody's watching. Not quite as exciting as it could be, as I've got a lot of stuff to think about here, as I don't want to mess up this game. But wow, I thought this would be a defensive struggle. I wrote Dell this morning, said, dude, this is going to be brutal. These two defenses are brilliant. And man, it is a field goal and a special team score. Unbelievable, unbelievable. First time I've ever done this, by the way. I have recorded games and uploaded them, but this is the first time I have ever used the webcam. I've had to plug in an extension, move the webcam over, boom, right? And I think it's going to work okay. All right, so we come out of commercial breaks here between quarters. Remember, this is the championship game, so a lot of money spent on advertising, anticipating some decent network audience. Of course, Del Branham is no fool. He's going to collect money on the game itself, but he's also purchased commercial time for the Soda City Tortilla Company. He's pitching his boxing, his up-and-coming boxing tournament. He's pitching, not he personally, but his corporation. And, of course, selling lots of tortillas. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, the owner, Bill Mason of San Francisco, very quiet man, lets his team do all the work, is not in any way, shape, or form interested in the commercial side of the game, but in the football winning side of the game. So here we go. Ardith Bay, very calm. He has not had much to say to his players during the intermission between quarters. You can see him talking to Wilkins. He's probably trying to remind Wilkins of what they discussed in practice all week. Make sure you do this on 3rd down. Make sure you watch that safety back there, et cetera, et cetera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays come out. That makes us an even 30 for the quarter. Okay, we return it out to the 40, and coming out of commercial break, Jack Grant and company now behind by, okay, so they stay at close, 6 points, because they're no longer behind by 7. So they're back to their first column. Inside run. Whoops, wrong guy. See what I mean? This is why I don't want to talk too much. Okay, back to our first column. Jack Grant, outside run. So we're still back to our first column. Outside run, fumble lost. Pow! Henry Weber. No, Bennett spins him around. Wilcox scoops it up, and they're down right there. That is a +2, -2 run for nothing. They smack him. Ball is free. Defense. 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 Columbia Coolers jump off the bench. Wilkinson scrambling around looking for his helmet. Ardith Bay has to point him out. Yeah, your helmet's over there, kid. Get your helmet. And he's suited up. He's out in the huddle. Unbelievable. The Coolers with a kick return for a touchdown. And now the first turnover of the game. Wow. Inside run. They're ahead by 3 up. Inside run. Romeo Wilkinson hands it off up the gut for 1 yard. Pow. But the San Francisco defense says, we've been here before. We've been here before. This is a long game. You ain't going to get it like that. And 2nd and 6 plus inside run. Wilkinson is a conservative quarterback. Wow, 1 yard. Pow. The defense of San Francisco. Eric Washington, Phil King, Yari Amari collapsing that pitch out. That trap play. Unbelievable. 3rd and 8. Wilkinson's going to have to open it up here. 3rd and 8. Progression pass. That's something. 7 to the flanker. He drops. He sets. He looks. It's not Gordy. It's not his guy. It's somebody he doesn't know. He flips it out there to Archie Jones for 7 -2, 5 yards, not enough. 4th down. It is 1, 2, 3 yards to go. 4th and 1, 2, 3. Let's take a look. Let's see if Wilkinson has flashbacks to what Coach said to him during the 2-week prep for this game. If behind by 7+ points in the 4th quarter, go for it. Okay, use all timeouts to get to the end zone when applicable, even before the half. Okay, none of those things apply yet. But meanwhile, they are barely in field goal range. Wow, 33, 30. You hate to come away with no points after a turnover. But they would miss on a 1, 2, and 3 is no good. 1, 2, and 3 is no good. You can't punt from here. This defense is very good. And in my probabilities, by the way, that's at 1 to 6. It's not 50%. I use the numbers 1 to 6, but it's not even probability. So it's not like a die 6, folks. So when you think that's a 50% chance, it's actually not. They're going to go for it. Here they are, championship game. Ardith Bay discusses it with his guys. They signal to Wilkinson, no, go for it, go. Wow, Wilkinson, and they don't have a play here. Well, actually, they can't go for it. I have to follow their chart. See, this is what I get for trying to be clever. But that's good. This keeps me from making a decision that Dale can later say, you screwed me, man. Okay, so it's 4th and 3, field goal or punt. Field goal. Here we go. They need a 4, 5, or 6. It is 5. They get it. So see, this is why the charts, because I would have screwed him out of, and he would not have gotten the first. If I had chose outside or progression, he would not have gotten the first. So see, this is why the chart has to be here, because it saves me from making a decision that hurts them. Wow, Brown with a huge kick. That is 50-yard field goal, almost at his maximum leg. His leg is 36. This is 33. So he kicked this as hard and as far as he could handle. Unbelievable. And that's going to make it a 7-point game again. So in a way, again, this is why we have the charts, gentlemen. For those of you who are in our league, for those of you who are on a team, it's why it's good to have some chart here. So it just keeps the game fun, interesting, and it keeps me from making decisions for your team. The kickoff is 7, is 1 deep. They can go the distance. They have a pretty darn good kick return at 20. 1 deep. They're going to take it at the – let's return it. They got a +2 coach. 6. 6 is +6. That's why 6. So 5, 25-yard line. So they got 5 more yards by bringing it out. See, I can talk myself out of anything thinking I'm going to hurt their team. Got to go for it. Got to play. Man, this is the championship. Holy cow. Whew. Okay, Jack Grant comes out of the huddle, right, talking to his tight end. Pats Jordy Judkins on the top of the helmet as they get into their I formation. Quentin King kicks out to the lines up in a split I behind the guard, and the call is outside run. They're pitching it 7, 8, 9, -2 is 7, 5, 6, 7. Pitch to Judkins. You know, Jack Grant better watch it. Cueing those guys. You come out of the huddle and you pat your halfback on the back and you signal to your fullback to get in a certain spot. They're going to start keying that, and he does get 7, but Jack Grant, the coach, better tell him, don't tap the guy you're going to on the top of the head coming out of the huddle. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 3. It is progression pass. Jack sets up, looks, he sends a man in motion. Weatherbone crossing with him. They're in man-to-man, folks, and snaps the ball, drops back, looks, fires, batted away. Coverage, Johnny on the spot out there at the corner. It was Doling, the other safety, batting that ball away from their 3rd receiver in the slot. Unbelievable. It is 3rd down and 1, 2, 3. 3rd and 3. Oh, my God. Behind by 7. Progression or outside? They got to go progression. Jack Grant comes out of the huddle, sets up, signals to his tight end. His tight end takes a half step off the line, crosses behind him, across. The linebacker goes with him. Linebacker Bobby Bratz, the weak linebacker, follows him across the formation, snaps the ball, drops back, looks, fires into the flat of the tight end. Oh, down the ball, bounces out of bounds. It is 4th down, incomplete pass off the hands Stickles. Unbelievable. They're going to want that play back, folks. He's going to have to punt. 42-yard is his starting average. Wow, they just missed the 21-yard play by the seat of their pants. 7 punt plus 10, 52 yards, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2. The return by the man who's already gone to, 1 plus 2 is 3. He can go the distance. If this is a 6, he's gone. 1 fumbles. Oh, my God. He goes. Oh, my God. He gets 7 yards, coughs it up. 5, 6, 7. The hero of the first quarter has just coughed the ball up to San Francisco. You got to be kidding me. CC. Fumble lost on a punt return, Moody. So Moody's a hero on one breath, a goat in the other. Unbelievable. San Fran, crowd roaring. There's a lot of San Fran fans here, folks. The trip over from to Las Vegas is a little shorter than the trip up from Columbia. A lot of San Fran fans here. And, of course, San Fran being the champ, they've had a lot of exposure in the national media over the last year. So they're getting a lot of national headlines. And they're looking at their back-to-back championship. How big are these games? Huge for these teams. The winner gets $3 million. The loser gets $2 million. Wow. Okay, it is a 7-point game. Outside run. Lines up, comes out, split set. Both backs lined up behind the guards. Who knows what they're going to do, but it's an outside run. It is a 5, 6, 7, -2, 5-yard rip. It's a little slant handoff. He bounces it outside, skips outside the tackle, beats the end. Shane Bennett picks up 5 yards. It is 2nd down and 5. And they are in a progression pass posture here. They come out, set up. King splits out wide. He leaves the backfield, splits out wide. There seems to be some confusion. Weatherbone doesn't know. Am I covering him? Who's covering the fullback out of the backfield? Pass, 10 yards. While they're talking it over, the wide receiver sneaks in behind him on a slant. Bam, 11, -2, 9 yards, 5 and 4, 9 yards. 1st and goal at the 9. Jack Grant drops, sets, fires a bullet on the slant while Weatherbone and linebackers are arguing about who's covering King. Not good. They should have been coached up. Artis Faye now talking to his defensive coordinator. What was that about? How did our guys not know who to cover there? Not good. It is 1st and goal at the 9. San Francisco knocking on the door. This is unbelievable. It is 10-3, folks. Woo, it's a chance for San Fran to tie it up on a fumbled punt return by Vince Moody. Here we go. They line up in a tight formation. They have the tight end. The flanker comes in tight. They line up in the I. Quentin King down in the 3-point stance. Dotting the I is Jordy Judkins, and they're going to pitch the ball. 6, 7, 8, 6 yards, 5, 6, down to they spin him around. He's fighting, drug down. Weatherbone comes and pops and finishes him off. It is a 2nd down at the 3-yard line. Weatherbone getting up. He's shaking his hands. He's barking at his linebackers. He is not happy about what's happening up front. That offensive line is dominating the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal at the 3. 2nd and goal at the 3. Progression pass is in the lineup. Here we go. Jack Grant comes out, gets under center. He takes a look. He's looking off the split end. He signals. The flanker goes in motion, drops back, sets up, fires, tight end, hooks into the end zone. 5, 3, touchdown, Stickles, San Francisco, with a beautiful tight pass sitting down right at the goal line. Stickles catches it. It is Grant to Stickles. Get to know that, folks, because I'm telling you right now, Stickles on a 3-yard TD pass. Stickles and Grant are going to be around, I think, a long time. The extra point could be missed. Nope, it's not. PAT's good. Wow, by Davis. Wow, what a game. Unbelievable. Grant signals the flanker in motion. They start watching the flanker. Tight end just sits down, catches, big chest. Got it. Jack Grant, not messing around, fires a bullet in his chest. Here's the kickoff, folks. 4. 4 is to the 5-yard line. Okay, he's got room to run. Can Moody do this without coughing it up? Let's see. It is 2, 4. 4 is +2, so 21 yards. 10, 20, and 1 out to the 26-yard line. That's a nice return. More importantly, he held onto the ball. Makes you nervous when these guys start dropping the ball. We have a tie game, folks. Vince Moody in the first quarter, 90-yard punt return. Brown added a 50-yard field goal, made it 10-3 as Davis hit a 22. But on that drive, following a point after touchdown fumble of Moody, Stickles, 3-yard pass from Grant, it is 10-10 midway through the second quarter. Unbelievable. We're back to even, folks. Woo! Romeo Wilkinson. Ardith Bay spent a lot of time talking to Wilkinson on the sideline, again, making sure he knows what to call in certain situations. He comes out, lines up. They are not in their traditional run and shoot, by the way, folks. This team ran a run and shoot for 1.5 years, and they've been running a balanced attack the last few weeks. Maybe that's why he brought in Wilkinson. Who knows? But he eyeballs Gomez, takes a look, snaps the ball, hands off up the gut. It is for 1 yard. Bang! The San Francisco defense. Eric Washington and Sam Miller in the middle of that D just collapsed that blocking. He has nowhere. Kendall Barnes getting frustrated. He is a $4.5 million player. He is getting very, very irritated back there, guaranteed. 2nd down and 9. And inside run, Wilkins is a very conservative quarterback. Here we go. 2nd and 9. Sets up, hands it off, up the gut, -2. Fullback -3 yards. 1, 2, 3. There is a potential injury, it looks like, folks. No, they help him up. They walk him off. By the time they get midway to the sideline, he's walking on his own. The fullback, a little ding, but he's okay. But that was a 3-yard loss. It is 3rd and 10, 11, 12. 3rd and 12, folks. 3rd and 12. Wow, he's got to open it up. He's got to throw it here. 3rd and 5 or more is progression pass. That won't get it, but at least maybe it'll buy him room to punt. Romeo Wilkinson comes out, gets under center, quickly backs out from under center into a shotgun formation, sends his tight end out wide, snaps the ball, looks, fires to the back, a running back in the ball game, which is cool because the fullback's team caught the ball. 5 -2, but only 3 yards. 1, 2, 3. He is pounded immediately by Yari Amari, coming up fast, leaving his coverage on Gomez and lighting up the running back before he can get out of the backfield. Unbelievable. 4th down, and the Coolers have to punt. It is 5 + 2 is 7. The punt is 49 yards. 10, 20, 30, 45, and 4 is 9. The return is 2. 4 is 2. 10-yard return for Gators. Gators is dangerous, folks. Gators had 3 returns in our regular season, 2 punts and a kick return in our box score. So Gators ended up making the Pro Bowl because of that, and he ended up getting a +1 when I translated their +3 over, stealing a number from the tight end. So I kind of made that decision since the tight end didn't do as well this year, and Gators came out of nowhere. So I just gave that +3 to the wide receiver. Okay, 1st down. Jack Grant comes to the line of scrimmage. The game is tied now. He can get back into. He can calm down, get back into what he wants to do. Jack Grant, very confident quarterback, as they have already won a championship. He lines up, puts them in an I formation. He's barking to his center. He's pointing out the Mike linebacker. He sets up under center, looks right, left, snaps the ball, handoff up the gut for nothing. Pow! Henry Weber and Shane Bennett collapse and bury the fullback in the backfield. It is 2nd and 10. Jack Grant on 2nd and 10 comes to the line, looks it over. He shifts the fullback over to the left side, opposite the tight end. He's balancing out the power formation here. He now has a strong right and a strong left. He looks it over, snaps the ball. It's a handoff up the gut to the fullback. He gets stuck again. Shane Bennett. They're trying to run it. Shane Bennett, the left side end. They shift the fullback over to get an extra blocker on the end, and he rattles that block, takes down the Jordy Judkins. There's nothing there. Unbelievable. It is 3rd and 10. Jack Grant coming back to the huddle, shaking his head. Guys are barking at him in the huddle. They're starting to get a little irritated with his play calls. 3rd and 5. He sets up, looks. He sends his tight end out wide. They've now split into 3 wide. They're spreading out the defense. I notice Weatherbone steps over in front of the tight end. He is now in man-to-man on the tight end. It looks, drops back, looks, fires underneath to the flanker for 5 -2, 3 yards. 1, 2, 3, not enough. It's going to be 4th and 7. Unbelievable. They're going to have to punt. Grant comes off the field. Meeting him halfway onto the field is head coach Xavier Johnston. He's barking at him about something. Jack Grant, it may be that he missed an open target deeper downfield. Coach ain't happy. And here we go. The punt is 7. 7 is 10. 52 yards, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2, down to the 11-yard line. The return is 2, 4. 4 is plus 2. It is, oh gosh, what does he get? 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out to the 20. Moody returns at 9. Not bad. That's average. It is first down at their own 20. Tie ball game. We still got quite a bit to go here, folks. This is a championship game. We're doing a lot of play-by-play. It's going to be a long game. So you might want to go get something to drink, right? Commercial, Soda City tortillas, and get some soda to choke down those Soda City tortillas, right? Okay, they come back from commercial break. Ardith Bay spent a lot of time talking to Gomez and the quarterback there during the break. Maybe they're going to open this up a little bit. Wilkins comes out, gets under center. The game is tied. First half, 10-10. He hands the ball off, up the gut, 5, 8, -2 is 6, 5, 6. That's what they need to do, folks. 2nd and 4. Big run for Barnes. Be honest with you, folks, Barnes was one man away from ripping that off. That could have been a big, big gain had Wilkins just pitched it out. Man, that could have been a big one. It is 2nd and 4. Here we go. 2nd and 4. Okay, he went 6, right? 5, 6. Yeah, 2nd and 4. I was on the wrong line there. 2nd and 4. Here we go. 2nd and 4 is timing pass. He drops back, sets up, looks. He has Gomez running deep, fires. Oh, pass interference. He's drugged down by Yari Amari. He gets nervous. Gomez has him beat. The ball's on his fingertips. He grabs his legs, trips him up. Yellow flag comes out. 18-yard pass interference. First down, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 yards. Yari Amari is not going to get burned, folks. He'll take the penalty, but he ain't giving up a touchdown to Gomez. Everyone in Patriot football fandom knows Gomez. Kid leads the league in touchdown passes caught over the last 2 years. Unbelievable. Good job, Enrique, but he does draw the penalty. Here we go. Handoff, up the gut, fullback, loss of 1. Loss of, 1. Wow. Shane Bennett and DeGrayberg back there to drag him down. It is 2nd and 11. Unbelievable. 2nd and 11. He's going to line up. He puts the fullback in motion, spreads out the defense, snaps the ball, hands it off up the gut for 2 yards. 1, 2, not enough. DeGrayberg and Pine crashing in. These guys are they're now beginning to predict what Wilkins is doing. He better start mixing it up as the defense now is predicting. This would be the perfect time to call a play-action pass if I were Wilkins. It is 3rd and 5, 9. It is 3rd and 9. He comes out. He looks, drops back. Sure enough, play-action pass. He pulls the ball out of the gut of Barnes. The defense is caught with their feet flat. Fires 7, -2, 5 yards. Not enough, but the defense was caught. He has to come back to get that ball as Wilkins' ball was batted at the line. He has to come back to get that. Only ends up with 7. Had that pass been clean past Washington, that might have been a touchdown, but unfortunately batted up. It is caught, and it is now 4th and 4, and they don't have a choice here. They're going to have to punt. The punt is 1 + 2 is 3. The punt is 0 added, so 39 yards, 10, 20, 30, 5 and 4 is 9. The return is 5. 5 is +4, 12 yards, 10, 11, 12. Out to the 23, San Francisco. Folks, this has been a brilliant game. It's going to be one of those games won on something crazy. You can just feel it. We have got 2 minutes left. 2-minute warning, folks. 2-minute warning. Wow. Okay, Grant comes out. He's on the 2-minute break. We hear more about those damn Soda City tortillas and the upcoming boxing tournament sponsored by Del Branham's Tortilla Soda City Company. But it is what it is. He's buying a commercial during the biggest game of the year for the Patriot Football League. All right, here we go. Jack Grant in a tight game sets up, looks, handoff outside. He bounces, and he spun around, no yards. Big hit by, what's his name here? Big hit by Mickett Burns, the strong side linebacker, drags down Jordy Judkins. Nothing there. Here it goes. Second down. We got a minute and a half to play. 2nd and 6, inside run. Jack Grant hands it off up the gut for 4. 6 minus 2 is 4 yards. It's 3rd and 6. Good run. Henry Weber has to finish him off at middle linebacker, but not before he picks up 4 yards. Very nice. 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6. It is going to be a pass. He looks, he sets up, fires, rolls out, looks, fires. 5 to the tight end. The tight end for 7, 5 yards. Oh, he's 1 yard shy of the first down. He catches it, fights off 2 tacklers. He reaches out. They spot it back. They claim he's down before. It is 4th down. The Coolers call a timeout to force the punt. They might have done something else here, but they are going to punt. The Coolers with the first timeout, and the punt is 3. The punt is 0, so 42 yards, 10, 20, 30, 41, 2. The return, again, is not a timing play, 8. 8 is plus 10. Wow. So 17 yards. 10. Okay, we're here. So 5, 10, 15, 16, 17 yards out to the 43-yard line. Visitors. We have 2 timeouts left, and Dell did tell. You see Ardith Bay reminding. Reminding Wilkinson. He comes out. Call timeouts. I want you to use everything we get here, kid. Don't leave a timeout in your pocket. Go get it. All right, so with that said, the kid, unfortunately, though, calls an inside run. Kind of defeats the purpose. 5, 6 minus 2 is 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Very, very good. Okay, timeout number 3 right here. This is 2nd and 6. Inside run. They're hoping to rip it, and they do. 12 minus 10-yard rip up the gut. Now, depending, unfortunately, guess what this is going to be? Because he got the first, it is an inside run. 1 yard, 2 yards, minus 2, nowhere. And that is the end of the first half. Woo! Holy cow, playing it safe. He was too far to kick that, by the way, for those of you at home going, why did he kick a field goal? He's too far. He can't. His leg ain't good enough. Holy cow. So Brown got a 50-yard field goal in that for the Coolers. And Grant to Stickles, 3-yard pass, right, sitting down right on the goal line on a fumbled punt. 7 yards. It is 10-10 at the half, folks, and we are going into the halftime break. Big halftime show, a lot of dancing, a lot of singing, a lot of joke telling. They bring out Dale Branham's idea. They decide instead of a long musical number, they bring out a stand-up guy, some young up-and-comer comic. They put him on a dinky little stage. The microphone, they don't have the volume up loud enough. Guy stands out there for 15 minutes doing his bit. Nobody hears him. Crowd, half of the people are at the toilet. Half the people are in doing. This is why you don't have stand-up comics at the bowl games. This is why you don't have stand-up comics at the Super Bowl. Del Branham is new to promotions. He's probably never going to book another comic at the halftime show of a professional football game. Boo! And we're coming out, folks. Here they come. They're out on the field. They're stretching, loosening up. It looks as though Quentin King is taped up both ankles. I'm wondering if King didn't get hurt. I'm wondering if that injury he suffered earlier when they had to carry him off, if maybe that ankle's not bothering him, but he looks like he's taped up both of them. Maybe we'll see more from Quentin King in the second half. I do not know. But currently 10-10, and they're teeing up the ball. The kickoff now will be the Coolers. The kickoff will be the Coolers kicking to the Miners. The Miners deferred, so they're choosing to take the ball to start the second. So this could be huge. These opening quarters of these halves sometimes set the pace for the remainder of the game. This third quarter could be the deciding factor, folks. Don't go anywhere. And hopefully my camera's still recording. Hopefully it's actually going out live. I do not really know. I can see earlier when I looked that there was an image up, but that's all I can see from here. Okay, here we go. That's the dead stack. We got to count off 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What a game, man. I knew this was going to be the way. Kickoff to the 49ers. So Coolers come out. Brown pops it for 3. The kickoff goes down to the 6. It drops nicely into the bread basket of Gators. We know Gators is deadly. Gators goes 4, 7. 7 is 8, so 28-yard return. 10, 20, 5, 6, 7, and 8 out to the 34-yard line is Gators. This kid is the biggest return threat in our league. Outstanding. Here we go. All right, so one last word of advice from Coach Johnston as he pats Grant on the top of the head, gives him a smile, and following closely in behind, and Coach barks something to the tight end as he follows his quarterback out. Stickles learned something last year. He had been quiet all year, and in the playoffs he became best friends with the quarterback, and since then he is not far off the hip of Jack Grant. They are buddies on and off the field. So all you young receivers out there, make best friends with the quarterback. Make best friends with the quarterback. Here we go. 1st and 10, start of the 3rd quarter in a 10-10 tie at the 34-yard line. It's the San Francisco Miners. Good luck, gentlemen. 2nd half. Here we go. Progression pass right out of the gate. He drops. He looks. He fires to Quentin King. Only guy he can find open. Quentin King hit immediately, drugged down by Weatherbone for no gain. 2nd and 10. Weatherbone sniffed it out. Quentin King on sore ankles, trying to juke, can't get away. Weatherbone does not miss tackles. Down he goes, no yardage. 2nd down. And we're looking at 2nd down is progression pass. He sets up, rolls. He's forced from the pocket. He's on the run. Bennett right on his heels. Oh, he throws it away out of bounds. Good call. Jack Grant avoids the sack there, throwing it away. Incomplete pass, but look at that outside pitch. In the 1st half, that's all this kid would do. Here it is. Now he's throwing progression passes. 3rd down and 10. 3rd and 10. Timing her outside. They're going to go timing. First time they're going to set up. So comes out. Quentin King's out of the ball game. They bring the 3rd receiver into the slot. Stickles lines up wide of the end at tight end. He's in the slot. They drop back, set up. He looks, he fires, finds Stickles for 11, 12, 13, 11 yards, 10, 11. He spun down right there by Weatherbone. Weatherbone angry with himself. He saw it, he read it, but he was 2 steps late. They make the catch at the sticks. Weatherbone, though, sure tackler, make sure he doesn't get any more. But Weatherbone, you can see his frustration. He can't believe it. He's a little angry. They're trying to calm him down back there in the secondary. He's the captain of this team. You got to calm down. Here we go. Progression pass. He sets up, looks, fires to Stickles underneath 7, 5 yards. Weatherbone now really upset as he cuts off Weatherbone. Weatherbone coming in strong, thinks he's going to get a pick. Stickles sticks the left hand out, snatches it with one arm, takes a lick from Weatherbone, and he secures it. And this is why Jack Grant loves Stickles. Unbelievable. It is 2nd and 5, folks. He sets up, looks. They're staying with his formation. It works. He sets up, looks over the defense. He sends Stickles in motion. Weatherbone goes. And Weatherbone, though, is coming down toward the line of scrimmage. He looks like he's going to get as close to him as he can. Maybe try to bump him off the line of scrimmage. Snap, drops back, looks. Weatherbone pushed aside. The tight end breaks free, gives him a little jab, catches it with his left hand, pulls it in out at the 6, 5, 6. 1st down at the 44. Weatherbone just beside himself as the tight end makes a great one-hand grab with Weatherbone hanging on him. Oh, and that's a 1st down. Man, Weatherbone at some point, they may have to call a timeout and talk to the defense. Tell them you need to change coverages. Stickles is having a field day. Remember, these two players hate each other. This goes all the way back to the championship back to the playoffs last year, where Stickles burned him twice for bombs. So you can imagine how much these 2 guys hate each other. Weatherbone intercepted him twice in the 2 weeks ago. Again, trying to throw to Stickles. So who knows how this is going to go. But holy cow, championship teams, great players. This makes for the best of all sport right here. Okay, it's 1st down at the 44. 10-10 game. San Fran with a drive. 2 1st down catches by the tight end Stickles. And it is progression pass, baby. He sets up, drops back. They stay in the same formation. He's looking. He fires. This time, Weatherbone's there, bats it away. Incomplete. 2nd down. You know, folks, he went to the tight end one too many times there. Jack Grant may be getting narrow vision here. You better get off the tight end, or Weatherbone will make you pay. 2nd down and 6. He sets up. This time they're in a different formation. They're into the pro set. The tight end's in tight. Both backs are split out behind the guards. He drops back, sets. Both backs look like they're going to stay in a block. He fires. Nope. It is to the halfback. Halfback catches it, spins around, gets lit up by Henry Weber in the backfield for nothing. It is 3rd and 10 at the 44. That kid doesn't get anything. Who is that kid? Check my charts. That kid is Mike. Oh, no, that kid is Joe Barnes. Joe Barnes caught that in for Quentin King. I'm afraid Quentin King's ankles may be doing him in for most of this championship game. And I'm telling you right now, the Coolers are okay with that. Here we go. It is 3rd and 10. He sets up in his shotgun. He's barking from the shotgun position. The crowd is quiet here again, clearly by ball caps and T-shirts. More San Francisco fans here, folks. You see signs in the stands saying repeat, repeat, repeat. And here it is. He drops back. He sets up. He fires a timing pass. It's way over the head of Stickles deep. Weatherbone with him step for step. It's incomplete. It is 4th down. They're going to have to punt. The punt is 4. That's going to probably go through the end zone. 4 on the punt is 3 plus 42 is 45. Yep, by 1 yard. It goes into the end zone. Touchback. The Coolers bring it out to the 20. Holy cow. 3rd quarter. Still a lot to play here, folks. Again, if you need a bathroom break, go take it, because this is YouTube. You can always pause it, right? Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Romeo Wilkinson getting final advice from his coach, Allie Sherman. There's been a lot of rumor the last 2 weeks that Ardith Bay is going to step down and Allie Sherman will be promoted to head coach. I'm going to tell you what, since they fired that guy last year, I can't remember his name now, Ernest Jackson, I think was his name, and he brought in Allie Sherman as his offensive coordinator, there is no doubt that those rumors may well be true. And Allie Sherman turned this team around this year, 11-0. Ironically, word was Allie Sherman might have been the man behind the trade for Wilkinson, which is kind of a surprise, as well as they've done with Nick Jackson and Cordy Smith. But that might make sense. All right, so here he comes. He comes out, sets up. They're in an I formation, fullback Babb, halfback Barnes, sets up, hands off, 3. It's the running back. Running back is not a plus, so Dowdy. So 3 minus 2 is 1 yard. Dowdy gets the carry up the gut. Excuse me, I got the number wrong. That was not Barnes in the I back there. It was Dowdy. Dowdy gets his token carry of the day. It is 2nd and 9. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Wilkins comes out. They're in that I formation again. The flanker comes in tight, balancing out the front 7. Snaps the ball, hands off up the gut for 5 yards to guess who, folks? Barnes is back in the game. It is 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Wilkinson is incredibly conservative, but he's avoided turnovers because of it. 3rd and 4. And 3rd and 4 is okay. So he sets up in the I again. They split out. Fullback splits out behind the tight end in a broken I. It's a toss sweep. 5, 8, minus 2 is 6, and a 1st down. 5, 6. Finally, a 1st down for Columbia. Running the ball now. Wilkinson may have a plan here as he's running inside, running outside. 1st down. Barnes gets 10 yards rushing on those 2 plays. Very good. He sets up in an I again, sets up, hands off, fullback. This happens to be Babb for 6 yards. 5, 6. Babb dragging the linebacker King and Pine right up the gut. The center gets a great seal block on middle linebacker. On Werner Grayberg, firing into the 2nd level, pins the Grayberg out of the play, and he rumbles for 6 yards. It is 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4 is sprint right option. Okay, that means that's a special. That's in my advanced rules that I sprint right option. I flip this card. He gets to look at outside run and progression pass. He gets to choose the best one. But if it's a turnover or a sack or something like that, it's automatically the thing. You can't avoid it. But if it's positive, he gets to take the best thing, basically. Sprint right option. He gets the snap, drops back, sets up, rolls right. He's looking. He fires to Barnes, who's come out of the backfield, and he's rolling with him parallel. He dumps it in front to Barnes for 5 yards and a first down, folks. Beautiful play. Sprint right option, Wilkinson. Outstanding. Very nice play. It is 1st and goal. We haven't seen that play yet today, folks, by either quarterback. That was very nice. Inside, run up the gut. 3, 6, -2 is 4 yards. They are eating clock. They are running the ball. It looks like they might be wearing down this Miners team. Miller getting up slow. King and Pine talking. Woodson, Amari, and Rutherford determined to not let Gomez beat them deep. 2nd down and 6. That front 7 is getting a little tired. Here we go. 2nd and 6. He hands it off up the gut again. Wow. 7 -2 is another 5. It is 3rd and 1. Outstanding carry. Barnes in behind Bab. A little I formation, back on backer. He seals off to Grayberg, and a beautiful run up the gut by Barnes. It is 3rd and 1. This is an outside run. He sets up, pitches out of the eye. The pitch is for, backup. Dowdy's in. Loss of 3. Unbelievable. 1, 2, 3. If that had been a sprint right option, it would have been 13 yards. But it was an outside run. Unbelievable. He pitched to Dowdy. They thought they would surprise him, and the defense ain't that tired as Eric Washington and Devin Williams blow up that pitch. Poor Dowdy. That makes it, what, 4th down? Is that right? Are we at 4th down? Jeez. Let me double check. Where are we at? I don't want to mess this up. See, I was talking and failed to see the time. Okay, so we had a run up the gut. Yep. So we had a run for, let me see, that would have been 6 -4, and a run for 7 -5. Yep. So it was 1. Yep. So it's 4th down. I was right. I don't want to mess up, right? So the referees come together in the middle field. They're talking about something, folks. He comes out and he says, please reset the game clock to 12 minutes and 14 seconds, please. And there we go. That explains it. They had the clock. They had to get the clock straight. 4th down. They're going to punt. The punt is here, 7. The punt is 10 plus 39 is 49 yards, 10, 20, 30, 45, and 4 at the 2. If he coughs this up, game changer, baby. Here we go. We actually draw from here. It is 5, 7. The kick return is 8 plus 8, 16 yards. 5, 10, 15, 16 yards out to the 18 is the Miners. Unbelievable game. Holy cow, I'm sweating. I'm trying desperately not to make a mistake for either one of these teams. It looks as though we still have some kind of broadcast happening. I don't know if anybody's watching, but holy cow. It is 1st down and 10 at the San Francisco 18 in a 10-10 defensive battle. We have had a punt return for a touchdown. We have had a 50-yard field goal, and we have had a beautiful drive by Grant, finishing off to his favorite target, tight end Stickles. That's how we tied the game. And, of course, Davis added a 22-yard field goal in the 1st as well. All right, everybody, back from the commercial break. Here we go. This kid is going to go progression pass. Grant, not intimidated to throw the ball here in the 2nd half. 6 yards to the running back, 4-yard pass. He finds out of the backfield, substituting in for Quentin King, Joe Barnes. Joe Barnes is getting some touches in the championship. Quentin King over on the sidelines. He's walking around, no helmet. It's clear he's limping around, I should say. Something's clearly wrong with those ankles of Quentin King. 2nd down and 6. He drops back, looks, fires, incomplete, nothing going. It looks as though the receiver in the slot may have fallen down. 3rd down, 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. He sets up. He looks. He's showing a run. They change formations. The halfback goes way out wide. Weatherbone has to cross way deep. He's 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, covering the halfback on the in the far side of the field. He drops back, sets up. He's looking, fires 11 underneath to the split end. 11 -2, 9 yards. 1st down, 5 and 9. Oh, nice little in route for 9 yards. He's tackled immediately. He's tackled immediately by Doling. Down right there. 1st down. Split in for this team is Mcarthur, who used to be their star, but Stickles and Grant have kind of put him in a delegated into the deep threat. He doesn't do much but catch bombs now, which ain't a bad way to get a paycheck. Here we go. First down at the 31-yard line, folks. San Francisco driving, progression pass. He drops, sets up, looks, fires again to Mcarthur. Popped for 1 -2, loss of 1. He gets jacked up, and it looks as though somebody's slow to get up. No, they're going to help him off the field. He limps off. He's shaking his head. We don't have concussion protocol in the Patriot Football League. This is old school. You get hurt. You get brain damage. Well, it's your choice. If you want to keep playing football, it's up to you. You may not know that you shouldn't because you had brain damage, but the reality is you're free to keep playing with brain damage if you want to. Anyway, he stumbles off the field, a little crooked there. It is now second down, and gosh, he lost one, so 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 is a progression pass. Sets up, looks, fires to his halfback for 2 yards. That ain't gonna get it done, Jack. Jack drops. He was clearly looking deep for McFarland. Weatherbone cutting it off deep. He decided it was dangerous to throw into that coverage, so he dumped it off underneath to Jordy Judkins. Judkins manages to get a couple, but not enough. It is now 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9, folks. 3rd and 9. He sets up in the shotgun. Everybody's stable. He's not sending anybody in motion. It looks like he leans forward. He says something to Judkins. I think he may be telling Judkins to pick up Shane Bennett, because Bennett looks like he's going to pin his ears back, snaps the ball, drops back, sets up, looks. Bennett's on him. He fires it before he wants to, out of bounds, incomplete. Shane Bennett was indeed about to bury that quarterback. Judkins missed the block entirely. If we could rewind that, what you would see there is Judkins didn't want anything to do with Shane Bennett. He kind of missed that block, I think, on purpose. Either way, Jack Grant has to throw it out of bounds. It is 4th down. And the punt is 7. That's plus 10. I'm starting to memorize my chart here. 7 is, plus 10. So 52 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40, 51, 2. The return, this kid's return 1 for a touchdown already. 7 is 8. Plus 7 is 15 yards. 5, 10, 15. First down for the Coolers at the 31-yard line. This has been an utter, unbelievable defensive struggle. Not a surprise. Changing of quarterbacks on the eve of the Super Bowl. 2 great defenses. Unbelievable. It is 10-10, folks. We are at the final 2 minutes of the 3rd period. Something's got to give. Somebody has to win this game. Will Romeo Wilkinson get his first title with another team? Romeo Wilkinson was my quarterback when they lost the championship last year, 17-0 to this same team. Wilkinson threw 2 interceptions in that game. He has managed to not throw a pick in this game. So right now, Romeo Wilkinson looks like he's matured a little bit since he was with us in the championship. So it's his chance to win it all. Here he goes. Pitch. Nope. Fake the pitch. Handoff up the gut for 1 yard. Barnes, they are not going to let Barnes beat him. That was a big, big hit by Rubke and Woodson. Very nice. Even the defensive backs are getting in on those stops. It is 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 for Romeo Wilkinson is an inside run up the gut for nothing. Pow. That is Dowdy again. Unbelievable. Why Dowdy is in the game is beyond me, but he's not getting it done. It is 3rd down and 9. Progression pass. He sets up. He looks. Fires to the tight end for 5 yards. That's not going to be enough. Nice little play, but, he's got to open it up. He's got to throw something a little deeper. But 5 yards, it is now 4th and 5. And again, they're going to have to punt. The punt is 5. 5 is 6, fair catch. That's good then. So 45 yards. 10, 20, 30, 45. They pin him at the 18. He can't return it for a touchdown. And that concludes the 3rd quarter. That was something, folks. This is it, right? 4. They are 15 minutes from somebody being a champion. 0 in that quarter and 0. No turnovers at all, hardly in this game. I got to tell you, remarkable. This has been a flawlessly played game. We've had 1 fumble that I'm aware of. The punt return by Moody, which set up Jack Grant's Jack Grant to Stickles, which tied the game. Again, one turnover may be all it takes to decide the fate of this game. It is 10-10 going into the fourth quarter. Final 15 minutes. And again, the Soda City commercials are running. Soda City tortilla commercials are running. This one is a heartfelt PSA from the owner of Soda City Tortillas and the Columbia Coolers, as the owner, Del Branham, shares a impassioned short 30-second segment about the importance of not smoking, right? Don't smoke, kids. Put those cigarettes away. Oh, and don't vape, kids. That's as bad as cigarettes. He's making it clear that all you need are tortillas in your life. Fantastic. And here we go, folks. We're coming out for the fourth quarter. Everybody very tense. Richie Weatherbone's calmed down a little bit. That third quarter, you could see he was getting really irritated as Jack Grant was working him with the tight end. I think they were trying to break him mentally. I think they were hoping to get him so worked up they could beat him on an easy play later, but it turns out he has not allowed that to happen. And here we go, right? I got to count out 6 cards. Fourth quarter, San Fran has the ball. First down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is it, folks. Good luck, Bill and Dell. I want to use got to win it, right? And I think we're still going live. Yeah, looks like we might be. Here we go. Whoo, Miners. Jack Grant. Excuse me, not Miners. Jack Grant. Excuse me, right here. Wow, fourth quarter. I'm sweating, man. I'm not kidding you. This is fun. Close game. 1st and 10. Jack Grant comes out, looks over the defense. He steps back, says something to Judkins in the eye, gets back under center, snaps. He looks like he's faking. It's a play action. He looks, he fires, picked off. Oh, my God. It's picked off by Weber. He bats it in the bear, catches it. He's rumbling 1, 2. That's the play they couldn't afford. The return is 10 plus 7. The return is 18 yards. Oh, down to the 2. They drag Weber up. They hit him at the pylon. He reaches out. They come out to measure. No, they mark him at the 2. He's arguing he was in. They say no. The review says you're at the 2. He can't believe it. And then Weber looks to the camera in the corner and sticks both arms in the air and says, yeah, baby. And the crowd goes boo, because they're all here to see San Francisco get a second title. Oh, my God. Great players make great plays in big games. The Columbia Coolers. Let's talk about this. They are 11-0. You don't want the only game you lose of the year to be the championship. And so Ardith Bay and everybody erupted when Henry Weber came down with that interception. You can see in the background is Ardith Bay, hat off, as he's running down the sideline, screaming, run, and they drag him down at the 2. Ardith Bay then down in the corner arguing with the refs. That was a touchdown. That was a touchdown. I think Ardith Bay wants this victory, folks. Unbelievable. First down and goal at the 2. What will Wilkinson do here? He's going to hand it off to their superstar, $4.5 million back. No, fakes the handoff. Hands it off to the fullback for 5. He's handing it off to Babb for 3. Touchdown, Babb. So he fakes it to Barnes on the first, hands it to the fullback on a little counter. The Columbia Coolers, Babb with a 2-yard run. Unbelievable. Brown with the extra point. Uh-oh, it might be missed. No, boy, looked like that was going to miss, folks. That took a sharp right turn toward the goal upright, but it did go through. Brown gets the PAT. Holy cow, that may be the game right there, folks, off a POTINT return set up at the 2-yard line. Babb gets the carry. Barnes, he'll take his $4.5 million to be a ring wearer to hoist the Stars and Stripes trophy. He doesn't care whether his name shows up in the box score. He just wants to win the championship. Wow, the San Francisco Miners reeling. Jack Grant's only mistake of the game. 8 is a kick 4 deep. They're going to down that. 4 deep puts him at the 20. All right, Jack Grant looking a little bit more focused as he comes out of the huddle, talks it over with Xavier Johnston on the sideline. This time the tight end is already out in the huddle. Stickles didn't wait around for his quarterback, didn't follow his quarterback out. Fascinating to see whether they're giving Jack Grant a little space, let him focus on the mistake he just made that just cost them maybe a back-to-back championship. He comes out behind by 7. He pitches. It's a pitch for 3 yards. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Jordy Judkins almost got to the corner there, but Weatherbone coming up from the strong safety position trips him up. He bounces out of bounds. It is now 2nd and 7, behind by 7. And it is a drop back. He looks, he sets up, he fires too deep for Stickles. Again, taking a shot deep for the tight end. Incomplete. Richie Weatherbone right with him, hip on hip. Weatherbone is here to win a championship. He has been their MVP on the year. He has been their heart and soul. It is 3rd now, and what did I say, 7th, 3rd and 7. Behind by 7, he sets up in the shotgun. He looks, he barks to his flanker. He sends his flanker in motion, drops back, sets up, fires deep. There's a foot race. Kimbrough, foot race with Gators. Gators catches it. Oh, my God. 36, 37, minus 230. 5 yards, 10, 20, 35. Holy cow, down into cooler territory. Jimmy Gators gets up and does a little fist pump. Looks at the crowd as they roar. San Francisco, repeat is the chant. Repeat is the chant. Gator, who's made it to the Pro Bowl solely on his speed and his kick and punt return skills, just makes a huge play, catching a bomb from Jack Grant. Unbelievable. Woo! There it is, folks. 36. I don't know if you can see that. 36 yards. Probably going to turn my thing into fuzzy, out of focus mess. Holy cow. 1st down at the Coolers 42. Man, this game is unbelievable. The Miners just won't go away. He sets up in the pro set, standard formation, tight ends at the line of scrimmage tight, making 6 men at the line. The flankers out wide off the line of scrimmage. The split end is out all the way to the numbers. They could be looking to throw a sideline route here. Sets up. It is a outside run pitch. Oh, pow. He gets the ball to the corner, but gets tripped up by Weber. Looks like they're measuring. No, nothing there for that. It is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He sets up in the shotgun. Both backs are in. He sends one back out wide, drops back, looks, fires for that back along the sidelines. It's over his head. He threw that 3 yards above his head. Out of bounds. It almost hits Ardith Bay on the sidelines. It makes you wonder if Grant wasn't trying to knock Ardith Bay out there, but it doesn't happen. Ardith Bay gives a little look, adjusts his hat, and walks away the other direction. It is 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. They set up in the shotgun. He's looking. He sends his Gators in motion to the far side of the field, lining up right on the hip pocket of the split in. Mcarthur drops back, looks, he's looking deep, fires deep for Gators. There it is. No, it's not there. Weatherbone step for step, but the ball is over both of them. Grant throwing a little high 2 plays in a row. Grant may be a little hyped up with energy after that bomb. It is 4th down, and at this point, 4th down by 7, they're going to have to punt with that yardage. The punt is 10 yards. That's through the end zone by 10 yards. So at the 20, the Coolers dodged a bullet, folks, as Gators, if not for Weatherbone and Kimbrough back there, Gators might have gone the distance. He caught it on his fingertips. They were able to drag him down. But holy cow, the Coolers dodged a bullet. It is now 4th quarter. We've got about 12 minutes to play of actual game time. It is 17-10 Coolers. They are 12 minutes away, ladies and gentlemen, for being a 12-0 champion. Unbelievable. And with that being said, Romeo Wilkinson, head by 7, pitches the ball outside for nothing to Dowdy. They've got to stop doing that. Dowdy gets pounded, drugged down. Dowdy doesn't have the same foot speed he had last year. Dowdy may be one of those guys that Columbia has to let go here in the offseason. A little slow of foot. Wilkinson comes out of the huddle. He looks really confident. He looks happy. He's been smiling the whole afternoon. 2nd and 6 is a progression pass. He sets up, fires, looks for his slot receiver, who is Byron Matthews, 7-5 yards. Nice little pass. Not enough for the first. It's 3rd and 5. Byron Matthews Brian Matthews gets his first catch but at least his name goes in the record books in a championship game. Kid may not be in football long, but at least he made a catch, 5 yards in the championship game. It is 3rd and 5. It is 3rd and 5 or more. It is a progression pass, sets up, looks, fires, incomplete, nothing there. 4th down. They will punt. The punt is 4. The punt will be 39 plus 3 is 42. 10, 20, 30, 40. 1, 2. And the return is 7. 7 is 8 yards plus 8 is 16. 5, 10, 15. Out to the 50-yard line, folks. They're literally at the middle of the field, down by 7. Unbelievable. Grant comes out, sprints out to the huddle. He comes in, takes a knee. Everybody sucks in around him. He's moving his head sharply, quickly. It's clear that he's got something up his sleeve. He looks, he comes out, sets up, pitches outside for 9, 10, 8-yard gain, 5, 6, 7, 8. Quentin King is back in the game, folks. I didn't notice that when they took the field and got in the huddle. I'm wondering if that ain't why Jack Grant's got a little pep in his step. He wants the hero of last year's championship game to be in the game, and Quentin King just hit the corner for 8 yards. Absolutely brilliant. 2nd and 5. Progression pass, sets up, looks, fires out of the backfield to, oh my God, what's his name? Joe Barnes for 5, 3 yards and a first. 1, 2, 3. They are now at the 39-yard line, ladies and gentlemen. This is the biggest drive of the game. Huge drive. This could tie it up. We may have overtime in only our 2nd championship game in history. It is 1st down and 10, 17-10. Coolers lead. Jack Grant in command of this offense. He looks, sets up. It's clearly a toss to the left, to the weak side of the field, to Barnes. Barnes gets 10 yards and a 1st down. Barnes is in the game instead of Quentin King, and he picks up 10 yards. Oops, 1st down. Unbelievable. Quentin King. They set up again. Judkins, King back in the game. The running back subs out. He's a little tired. He comes off the field pumping his fists, though. They know they're in a chance to tie this game right here. Jack Grant lines everybody up tight. Sends his tight end out wide. This is interesting. Snaps the ball. It's a little draw outside. It's a strange-looking play, and boy, is it ugly as it loses 2 yards. 1, 2. Unbelievable. That was a poorly designed play. What the hell were the Miners thinking as Judkins gets drilled by Mickey Burns and Bobby Bratz out there? I think that was a busted play. The way that just looked weird. It was awkward. 2nd and 12. It is time for him to, he's in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers in with him now. Fullback's out of the ball game. Sets up, fires deep for the end zone, but nope, Weatherbone and company are there. It's incomplete. It dies harmlessly in the back of the end zone. It's 3rd and 12. Unbelievable. 3rd and 12. He sets up in the shotgun, sends his tight end wide. Weatherbone goes with the tight end. That would suggest they're in man-to-man coverage. We'll see if Stickles gives him a two-stick move here. Sets up, looking. He's floating in the pocket. Shane Bennett pursuing, fires, flanker, caught, 27 yards to McFarland, wide open, 27, 25 yards, 10, 20, and 5. 1st and goal at the 6. Can you believe it? He double pumps Stickles. Sure enough, whether one was in formation, he takes his time, looks, double pumps to Stickles. The cornerback Kimbrough comes off the flanker. He turns and fires back across the field, hits him in stride down the sideline, tripped up at the 6. 1st and 10 at the 6. This is truly remarkable. 1st and goal at the 6. They are 6 yards away, and a PAT from tying this ball game with about 8 minutes, maybe 7 minutes to play. Unbelievable. Here we go. Behind by 7. He sets up the tight formation. They got 3 backs in, folks. He pitches to the back, to the running back, who is hit for a loss of 3. 1, 2, 3. Shane Bennett. Dan Wilcox and Henry Weber bury him for a loss of 3. It looked like the ball might have even jarred loose, but no, he does come up with it. The referees don't act like the ball was on the ground, but boy, from here, it looked like he was hit so hard that ball might have been loose. Oh my God, it is 2nd and goal at the 9. He sets up in that shotgun. It's worked so far. He's looking. He's pretty calm. He does send his halfback in motion behind the left tackle. I think he's setting up there and help double team Shane Bennett. Snaps the ball, drops back, looks, fires for Stickles, incomplete. Weatherbone again right there, 3rd down. Stickles not able to bring it in. Weatherbone not having any of it down here close. It is 3rd down and goal. I mean, 3rd and goal, folks. Unbelievable. He sets up 3rd and goal. He's looking over the defense. He comes back under center, snaps the ball. It's a play action. He's rolling right, fires, touchdown, Stickles, back corner of the end zone, 23 yards, -2, 21, +2, 23. Touchdown pass to Stickles. You can't write this stuff, folks. Unbelievable. San Fran, 4th quarter. You just can't write it. Grant to Stickles, 9-yard pass. Unbelievable. Weatherbone just yelling, ranting. He obviously thought the linebacker was going to be covering Stickles. I hate to say it, but it looks like Weatherbone might be pointing fingers back there. It is good. PAT is on target. Davis, make sure this game ain't over right here. It is 17-17 with 5 minutes to play. Unbelievable. Wow. Jack Grant, 2 years running, has proved time and time again he is the Joe Montana of this San Francisco Miners team. Unbelievable. 1-3, the kickoff down to the 6-yard line. Now, Moody could change the game in one move. Nope. 6, though, he does get 25 yards, 10, 25, out to the 31-yard line. This is it, folks. 5 minutes to play, 3 timeouts. Romeo Wilkinson trying to win his first championship. This is huge. Field goal range decides this game, maybe, folks. Let's see what Wilkinson's got. Tie game. Unbelievable. I knew this was going to be tough when I saw the numbers. I saw the -2s when I rated them out. By the way, based on my power rating system for this game, the Columbia Coolers were predicted to win it by 1 point. They're a 1-point favorite, which basically is nothing in pro football. So that's how close this game was supposed to be. And my God, it is. It's unbelievable. Holy cow. All right, close by 6 points. Inside run. They're going to hand it off the gut to their star running back, their $4.5 million man. Nope. It's to the fullback for 2 yards. 1-2. They're okay with that if they're even clock, but they got to get yardage. 2nd down and 6 or more. He sets up I formation. It's quick handoff. This time it's, they blow the whistles. They kill it. They're conferring and talking. The yellow, they're picking up the yellow flag. Yep, sure enough, it looks like the left tackle jumped. That's a 5-yard penalty, but they get to repeat the down. So it is 2nd down over, but they just lost 5 yards. That's too bad. It is now 5, 10, 11, 12, 13 yards from 1st down territory. That is horrible. Timing was a bomb. Pardon me. Unbelievable. Wow. 2nd down and long. That is not good. 2nd and long, and they're going to hand it off up the gut for -1, +3. So let's see. That's 2 -2 is nowhere. 3rd down, gets stuck immediately by this gigantic defensive line. Eric Washington is an end at 311 pounds. Very hard to run on this guy. Let's see. Let's see here. From my draft that we did 2 years ago, where's he at? Eric Washington, 6'5", 311-pound lineman. Just stuck that. It's hard to run on big men like that, especially if he's an end. Unbelievable. He's a 3-4 end playing in a 4-3 is what it amounts to. Wow, 3rd down, right? Or is it 4th? Oh, damn it. I did it again. I got talking before I finished. Halfback lost. Penalty repeated. Okay, so the penalties were repeated down, so it's 3rd down. Wow, 3rd down is progression pass. Sets up. He's putting men in motion. Wilkinson not really comfortable with that fullback back there. He's accustomed to the run and shoot. 4 wide receiver set. They set up, snaps the ball, drops, looks up. He looks for the fullback. He obviously preoccupied with with Babb, and it's caught for 2, but then he's wrapped up and spun around, thrown down by Pine for nothing. 4th down. They will have to punt this away at the 2-minute warning. At the 2-minute warning. 1 minute, 2 minutes. Whoops, let's put them in order. Let's make sure we don't get them out of order. That wouldn't be cool. Okay, so they're going to have to punt at the 2-minute warning. We'll have a tortilla commercial. We come back, and here's the punt. 1 + 2 is 3. 3 is plus nothing. 39, 10, 20, 30, 5, and 4. This could be 1 on a kick return, by the way. 6. 6 is 6 plus 8 is 14 yards. 5, 10, 14. Out to the 47. San Francisco has them right where they want them. They only need – he can kick a field goal from the 38. He only needs 15 yards to take a field goal with a minute to play and 3 timeouts. San Francisco may win this on the final minute and a half. Unbelievable. All right, game is tied. Jeez. This is killer, man. Killer. Game is tied. Okay, he sets up under center, drops quickly, 3-step drop, fires to the flanker for 3 yards. Nice pass. 1, 2, 3. Trying to get into field goal range, I think. That was very under control. Fires it. We got a minute to play, plus 3 timeouts, folks. We used timeouts in the first. I didn't check them off. It doesn't matter. 2nd down and 6. Progression pass. He gets under center. He sends his tight end across the formation. Richie Weatherbone tight on the back of that defensive line. Weatherbone is clearly in man-to-man. They set up, snaps, 3-step drop, fires incomplete. Looking for the tight end. He out-threw Stickles to the left. Stickles running as hard as he can. Couldn't get his hands on it. And they call a timeout. And they're going to end up using all 3 timeouts. This is the final play of the game right there. These are all 3 timeouts. Oh, 3rd down and 5, 6, 7. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. Timing and outside. Sets up in the shotgun. Sends his tight end in motion. Stickles has been the thorn in the side of this team in the 2 biggest games of their career. Last year's playoffs and this game. He snaps the ball. He's looking, standing in the pocket. Looks. Uh-oh. Mcarthur gets open. Fires 10. 11, 12, 13. Oh, no, 11. No, 10. -2, 9. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong team. 5 and 4 is a 1st down, though. 9 yards. He finds Mcarthur over by the sticks. He catches it, spins, jukes, steps out of bounds before he gets hit, and that makes it 1st down. They are literally 1, 2, 3, 4 yards shy of a chance to kick the game-winning field goal. 2 timeouts to play and the final play. Unbelievable. Now, of course, Soda City can ice him, and they probably will. Okay, sets up under center. He's talking to his halfback. His halfback splits out into the slot. It's clearly going to pass here. Weatherbone sneaks up a couple of steps. Maybe he's seen this play on film. They snap the ball, drops back, looks, fires. Sure enough, Weatherbone's there to bat it away from the halfback. Incomplete. Weatherbone, IQ over talent sometimes, maybe, but film study, big difference. 2nd down. This is it, folks, right here, 2nd down. They need to get 4 to get in field goal range. 2nd and 10. Holy cow. Is this thing still working? Because this has been fun. 2nd down. Whoo! What'd I say? 2nd down is progression pass. All right, so here we go. They set up. He's looking over the defense. Tight end's in tight. The halfback's in. It looks like he's talking to the halfback, maybe pointing out to pick up a blitz maybe. Here we go. Snaps the ball. It's a quick step, 5-step drop, fires to the split end for 11 yards. 1st down, 10, 11, down to the 30. 1st down. He's pushed out of bounds. They got 1 play left. They're in field goal range. Jack Grant, unbelievable. Mr. Jack Cool. He is not flustered. Unbelievable. Holy cow. The Carolina, the Soda City Coolers call a timeout. They want to force him to execute some plays. So they're going to take all 3 of these. They're going to force this game to see as many plays as possible. So Soda City calls their first timeout. He comes out, he looks, gets under center, sets up, fires, progression pass, picked off. Oh my God, the timeout forced the pick. Oh my God, intercepted 3 yards. 1, 2, 3. The return goes 7. 7 is 8. Plus 10, 18 yards, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, my God. Who did that? Who would have picked that off? Oh, it can't be Weber. It's got to be Weatherbone. It has to be, man. He's been creeping around the line of scrimmage all day long. Picks off Grant on a quick pass. 2 timeouts remaining in the final play. Can the Coolers win it? San Fran has no timeouts, so I can't believe that. Unbelievable. First down, here we go, but they got to use this. That's the problem. Progression pass. He sets up, fires. 6 to the wide receiver. 6 minus 2, 4 yards. Not going to be enough. Second down. They got 2 plays left. Oh, my God. Second and long. Progression pass. Sets up, looks, fires. 7, 2, 5. Oh, third down and 1. They're not in field goal range. They must get in field goal range, and they don't have any way to kick it. This is the last play. 3rd and 5 or more? No, it's 3rd and 1. Progression pass ain't going to do it. 7 to the tight end. Well, it's caught for 7. Minus 2, 5. First down, but that's it. The game is over. Regulation over. I cannot believe it. This game is going into overtime, folks. Holy cow. OT. I can't believe it. Whoo, Jiminy. I don't think any game will ever be this good. Holy cow. All right. Sorry for those who wanted to watch a 30-minute game. I have no idea if I even got people watching, but man, this has been unbelievable. Holy cow. We got to flip a coin. Sudden death. First team to score wins. I can't believe they were in field goal range. They had to call a timeout to force them to execute a play, and they picked it off. That's unbelievable. But that's what happens, right? Jack Grant makes the wrong decision. See, this is supposed to be the ratings of your quarterback. Instead of your rating being a number, your rating being an arbitrary rating, this entire chart is the quarterback rating, right? And Jack Grant rates out damn good. But there's an example of choosing progression pass there when the game was on the line, and he threw a pick. Wow. Mr. Jack Cool got him down there. Unbelievable. All right, this is it, folks. If this game cannot end in a tie, so if nobody scores in this quarter, we keep playing. This could go on all night. I'm supposed to do a little game of Traveler tonight. It's conceivable. I'll be here all night long. I have no idea how long YouTube will let me record a live stream, 24 hours maybe. I'm hoping this is decided here pretty quick. I may have to throw out the charts to decide the game. Perfect. Wow. Okay, 6 cards come off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo-wee. Oh, wow. Okay. San Fran wins. Undefeated. Columbia Coolers win. I don't know if you can see that. Visitors win right there. Columbia Coolers, they're going to get the ball. Kickoff. This is huge, by the way. Kickoff is 8. 8 is 4 yards deep. Columbia will down it. They're not going to chance returning it and fumbling it out there, in front of their own goal line. Holy cow. Columbia has a chance. We need to add in one more overtime chart, right? Whoo, okay. Romeo Wilkinson calling those timeouts saved their lives. Unbelievable. Inside run. It is loss of 1. Pow, their fullback, Bab, lost a yard. Second down and long. Inside run is 3. Plus 1 is 4. Got 2. 1, 2. It's 3rd and 9. They're going to have to punt at this rate. 3rd and 5. Progression. Pass sets up. Fires to the halfback for 9. Not halfback. Running back. 9 minus 2. 7 yards. Not enough. 5, 6, 7. They're going to have to punt. Unbelievable. 39 punt plus 8 is 12 yards. So 39, 49, 50, 1, 2. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2. Huge punt. That's when you want to hit it. 6. The return is 6 plus 8, 14. 5, 10, and 14. Out to the 34. San Francisco dodges a bullet on that first drive. First team to score wins, ladies and gentlemen. San Francisco with Jack Grant in control. Comes out under center. Looks around. Puts a man in motion. Drops back. Quick step. Fires incomplete. Second down. Jack Grant comes out, second and long, looks things over, drops back, sets up, fires, 2 yards to the flanker. Loss of 2, nowhere, 3rd down. Unbelievable. He catches a quick pass and gets drilled by Kimbrough immediately. Kimbrough jacks him up. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 is a timing pass. Sets up in the shotgun. He's waving McFarland and Mcarthur out as wide to the numbers. Drops back, sets up, fires 36 yards to Gators. Wide open fingertip catch down the sidelines. This happened earlier in the first half. 35 yards, 10, 20, 35. First down, Gators. That's it. Game may be over. Gators gets free. So he dummies out his 2 receivers, and his 3rd receiver in the game with Stickles beats one-on-one Kel Kimbrough down the sidelines. Oh my God, sets up, looks over the defense, calms the crowd down as they're on their feet, chanting repeat, repeat, calms everybody down, sets up quick, 3-step drop, fires to the tight end, Stickles for 8, -2, 6, 5, 6, 2nd down and 4, 1st down. Now, do we send out the field goal kicker here? They're at the 25. They really want to be at the 20 or closer to be almost guaranteed. All right, 2nd down. He looks over the defense, 2nd is short, under center, sends the tight end in motion, drops back, quick step, fires to the fullback for 3. -2 is 1 yard, catches it, tries to break free, gives a little dummy leg to Weatherbone, but Weatherbone doesn't fall for it. His eyes are on the prize, wraps him up, drags him down. Weatherbone has been all over the field today. It is now 3rd and 1, 2, 3. Getting to the 20 changes their chances of getting this. 3rd and short. Oh, my God. Under center. Looking everything over. The Columbia Coolers, very nervous. Game on the line here. I cannot believe it's coming down to this. 3rd and 4. Progression pass. Okay, sets up under center. Sends his tight end out wide. Sets up, drops. 5-step drop this time. Fires to the flanker for 5. Flanker catches it. That is McFarland for 5. -2 is 3 yards in the first. 1, 2, 3. They're at the 21. They're still not close enough to break that next. They're going to have to call another play just to get into the next category for this kicker. They looked at their chart and said, man, our guy hits it much better from here. Unbelievable. He gets under center. He sets up. They have been passing the ball in the game on the line. It almost cost him at the end of regulation. But Jack Grant, undeterred, he trusts his ability to throw the ball. He trusts his tight end and his flanker. He comes out, looks out. They got Gators in the game. He sends Gators out wide. They're spreading the defense out. Kimbrough chases Gators down. They should know by now they can't leave Gators. They can't leave Kimbrough one-on-one with Gators. He sets up, 3-step drop, fires to the flanker, caught McFarland for 6, -2, 4 yards. They're at the 17, 2nd down, and they talk it over on the sidelines. To get in the perfect position, they need to get down to the 19. No, they need to get down to the 10. Wow. They're gonna bring out the field goal kicker right here. I can't. That's progression pass over. I mean, wait, what are we at? We're at 2nd and 6. That would be a progression. I mean, at some point, it's another chance of a pick here. Meanwhile, 3 through 6 is good. They win the ball game right here. So they're going to bring out their field goal kicker. So out onto the field trots Davis. He's kicking out. He's picking up grass and tufts of dirt and mud. He's making a spot to kick. And they line up. They set up. And they get ready to snap it. But right at the final, Ardith Bay calls a timeout to ice the kicker. All right, they're going to have to kick it from here. Here we go. Could this be a miss? Because Ardith Bay uses one of their timeouts in overtime. Okay, here we go. The kick is up. And the kick is no good. 1 or 2, no good. He misses it. 2. Unbelievable. Everybody on the Cooler sideline cheers when they see the ball float to the right, fade, and just outside the uprights. 5, 6, 7. The Coolers take over at the 24. This game, ladies and gentlemen, may never end. I had to kick it. I'm sorry, Bill. I had to kick it. I had to go for the win right there, man. Holy cow. Gee, many Christmas. So only one timeout left for the Coolers because they just used their 1 of 2. Wow, the Miners have 2 timeouts. I think it's probably dinner time all over the world except here. Wow. Romeo Wilkinson comes out, gets under center, hands it off, up the gut. Loss of 1. Unbelievable. Wilkinson is too conservative for his own good. 2nd down and 11. He looks it over, sets up, hands off up the gut for 5, 6, 7, 8, -2 is 6, 5, 6. It is 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Romeo Wilkinson. Coach. This is where Coach told him during the week, Ardith Bay / Dale Branham, throw the damn ball on 3rd and 5 here. And he drops back, fires, incomplete, though. It's not there. 4th. They're going to have to punt. Oh, do they dare punt? He said, if behind by 7, they're not behind by 7 in the 4th. Use all my timeouts. I'm doing that. I'm doing all those things for him, but he has to punt here. I can't chance it. Okay, we're going to punt. The punt is 8. Jesus. 52 yards, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2. Well, I'm going to tell you what, though. Their punter, LeBaron, has boomed 2 huge punts here in overtime. The return is 6. That's 14 yards. 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Out to the 33. Unbelievable. San Francisco gets the ball back. I'm getting hoarse, believe it or not. I'm having trouble talking. I got a little bit of green tea left here. This has been one of the greatest championship games I've ever played at any level, at any age, of any tabletop sports game I've played. This may go into double overtime. I'll have to take a break. Unbelievable. I don't know if it's still going. I don't know if people are watching. We're at the 2-minute mark of a championship game, just like real television. Soda City Tortilla commercials are done running as they come back from commercial break. And here we go. The Miners come out. Jack Grant talking it over with his guys. Drops back, 5-step drop, throws an INT. There it is, folks. Game over. Jack Grant threw it 1 too many times. That progression pass, 2 yards. 1-2, picked off by, I wish I had my cards here. I could randomly check. Let's say it's picked off by Doling, who had 4 interceptions on the year. Doling picks off the pass. The return is 6. 6 is 6 plus 10, 16 yards, 5, 10, 15, 16, down to the 19. The Coolers may have just won this game. Unbelievable. Holy cow. INT by Doling. My God. And, of course, in 4th quarter, it was an INT by Weatherbone, but it didn't help him. But, wow, unbelievable. There you go. Chance. Romeo Wilkinson could be a champion. He lost with my team last year to these guys. He has a chance at revenge against the team that beat him last year with a completely different team. The Coolers' undefeated record on the line. Holy cow. All right, he comes out. Full set backfield, fullbacks in. There's no doubt. Wilkinson has been smart. He has played to not turn it over. Sure enough, he hands it off up the gut to the fullback for 2 yards, 1-2. He's going to take it. You know, he's been content to punt it away and let their defense get it done. Here it is. 2nd down, 2nd and 6. Yep, 6 or more. Inside run. He hands it off up the gut for 3. -2 is 1 yard for the man. Barnes, 3rd down. Unbelievable. 3rd down and more than 6. Progression pass. He remembers, echoing through his ear, Ardith Bay saying, remember on 3rd and long. It's a slow motion clip. And he drops back, fires 5 to the tight end. -2, 3 yards. 1, 2, 3. It's 4th down. 4th and 4. He has no choice. He's got to kick it. Oh, my God. Out trots Brown. Brown comes out. He sets up quickly. They're trying to get set quick. They think they're going to get up. And no, timeout. Xavier Johnston ices him, says, no way, man. No. You're going to have to kick it from here. He looks it over. They're at the 13. They need a 3, 4, 5, or 6, folks, on the visitor. Remember, there is no home field advantage, so they get a lot more 1s and 2s, right? Okay, the snap's up. It's down, planted. Boom. It's a short kick. And now it's good. Oh, the Coolers go undefeated. Holy cow, 12-0 champions. They hoist the trophy. Everybody pours out onto the field. They scoop up little P.D. Brown. They're carrying him around. Ardith Bay is on a knee, hat off. He's crossing himself. He's not a Catholic, is he? I don't know, but look at that. Unbelievable. Allie Sherman is dancing and hugging with Wilkinson. He knew it. Allie Sherman said, make that trade. That's the kid that's going to keep us in it, going to get us the victory. Unbelievable. The Miners watch on. But They know they got a ring last year. Unbelievable, folks. Don't go anywhere. This game, there are celebrations. The Coolers win it on a field goal. Coolers in OT. Brown, the star. This kid was picked up as a free agent by Dell last year. Brown was a free agent, a replacement for his kicker. Unbelievable. That was 1730-yard game-winning field goal in our overtime championship. Unbelievable. Holy cow. 10-16-13. Wow. Who would have thunk it? Iced him. He still made it. Congratulations, Del Branham, Minnesota City. Congratulations to all the Columbia Coolers players. That was the hardest fought championship for an undefeated team I've ever seen in history. No undefeated teams ever had to work that hard to get a trophy. Unbelievable. That's a testimonial to how brilliant San Francisco and Jack Grant had two interceptions picked off in the fourth and late. Unfortunately, he threw it one too many times in overtime, picked off. San Francisco has nothing to hang their head about. They're going to make $2 million. They already have a ring, and there may be some changes. Both of these teams were over the cap going into this game. Del Branham's Coolers were over the cap by $5 million. San Francisco, now again, they're only over the cap because the next year the league has instituted a cap rule. So these guys have to bring down this money and cut some players for next year as we institute a salary cap for next year. San Francisco was $4 million over the cap. But both these teams, the two best in football over the last 2 years, they made for the greatest championship game I have ever had the privilege of playing in a tabletop game. Congratulations. Unbelievable. Del Branham out to center field to hoist the trophy. Sarah Jenkins out there at the center on that tiny little stage. They put some damn comic on at halftime. Everybody cheering. Ali Sherman standing out there with his T-shirt. Ardith Bay refusing to put on one of the T-shirts as he doesn't want to ruffle his suit with his hanky. They talk it over. Ardith Bay whispers he's not prepared to make an announcement about his retirement right as of now. They're going to celebrate. They're going to enjoy this. He wants to wish Nick Jackson and Gordy Smith all the success in the world. It's too bad they couldn't have been on this team to celebrate and hoist this trophy with us, but things had to change for us to maybe get it, and we got it. Meanwhile, Wilkins stumbles, tries to say what he wants to say. He says, I never in a million years believe I'd be back here with another team, and here I am as a champion, the quarterback of the undefeated Coolers. Thank you. And he hoists the Stars and Stripes trophy above his head as they celebrate, and the confetti falls, and we go to black. Thank you for watching the Patriot Football League Championship 2021 in Las Vegas. It has been a pleasure. Thank you. Wow, that hurt. Woo!